Hi Alex, good to see you. Thanks for joining me in another Grandmaster analysis of an 1800 player. Although today I hit 1900, so I might have to change my title.
Yeah, indeed. Hi, David. It's been a while. Yeah, it's, it's been a while since we last did this. So
Good.
yeah,
And how are you? Are you
let's
okay?
let's. Yeah, everything is good. Yeah, yeah.
Good.
Busy month for me. Yeah, that's why we couldn't
Yeah,
catch up before. But yeah, well,
that's okay. I think the little break from playing it was good for me. I've won my last 3 games now, or 4 games. So
not
I
bad,
think I think
not
the
bad.
break did me well.
Yeah, yeah. I know breaks usually can do a have a good effect on playing because they give you a fresher perspective and fresher outlook on things. You just start
Yeah.
seeing things a little bit different, especially if you have done some work before.
Hmm.
So breaks can be very useful.
Yeah. I mean, I mainly studied some of the theory for you. Queen's
Ah,
Gambit declined repertoire, so I finally got
yeah.
some work done there.
Good, good.
But that gives you the confidence to play though. So I
Oh,
haven't really had
definitely.
any. I haven't really had any QGDs though. So
I can
um,
wait for that one. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, as you see in this game, I got white. So we got
Yeah.
into a French defense,
Yep. So
um,
let's see.
and it's all
Let's see.
theory until I'll show you this points.
So you knew your theory
I,
this time.
I know. Yeah, French is one of the ones I know a bit more theory as
Ah,
whites.
okay, okay.
But I messed it up because here, okay, so here, right?
Yeah.
The theory I know recommends e takes on f6, but
We're still not there. It takes to f6, which is like move 8, not move 5 or 6.
yeah, no, that's why. Can you see this? It's move 8 now, right? Can you see it?
No, I still don't because it still move 6 in
Okay,
my
for my
movement. So.
screen and on the video, it shows move 8 right now.
Okay, okay. So now it's move 8 with me.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
So I'm
so
showing f6 when he played f6.
yes.
Um, the problem here is I had in mind when the c pawns are still on the board, and when the
Yes.
c pawns are still on the board, the move is knight f4. I never remember that
Okay.
theory. So at this point, I didn't realize that subtle difference made a difference.
Uh-huh.
And I
Uh-huh.
played knight f4 anyway, which seems to be okay. But I think you mentioned it's okay for black too.
Yeah, because I think in both lines, maybe, but don't take my words for it. That
Yeah,
in either four should be good for black in both versions, but
but
don't take my word for it
mhm.
because I have to check my
I
theory.
mean,
Okay,
yeah. If we do it, let's say he plays f6
f6 here.
now. Yeah. If I do this, he can't take on d4 anymore. He has to defend the e pawn. You know,
Uh, yes, unless he takes on e5. So
he
I'm not
takes on
sure
e5.
how that one goes. I'm not sure. I'm not sure
Yeah.
at all. So I mean, I have to check my lines because I have
But
analyzed
if he
this.
takes on e5, then I still get check here, right?
Yeah, you take 96. So I'm not really sure. I mean,
Yeah.
how this should go. Not sure.
Yeah, but I mean, anyway,
Or queen e7 or
the theory I know, knight f4 is the move when the c
uh-huh,
pawns are still on the board, but I had forgotten that. I mean,
uh-huh.
I'll always remember now. And I played knight f4
Oh,
when the
yeah,
pawns were
yeah,
exchanged, and I didn't. I
yeah.
mean, yeah, I saw he could take, but I thought queen
Yes.
h5 must be good. But actually, I think this is just theory, and yeah, it's okay for both
Yes. I,
sides.
I I remember some sort of theory like this. Like I said, I mean, before
Yeah,
we connected. Yeah, I think I mean, I can't just remember. I've analyzed this long time ago, and if I remember correctly, it should be good for black.
yeah, yeah. I
That's
mean,
why f6 is preferable. So that far I remember, but
yeah,
any
yeah.
specifics I don't. So
Yeah, because I mean he played it very confidently, so I don't know. I was yeah. Well, I got it wrong after move 8, so I'm out of book now. So I
uh,
calculated for a long time, so I did get some practice calculating. I'm not sure I did a
okay.
great job, but yeah, king e7, and I just kind
Yeah,
of figured knight g6 my best shot
yeah,
here.
of course. Yeah,
Takes, and then he pushes his pawns. Obviously, he wants to get
yeah,
his c2 knight c2 check, get the rook back.
yeah. Okay.
Um, And here I wasn't sure when I analyzed the game after the game. I thought maybe I got a bit greedy by taking on g6. Maybe something like this is okay after castles. I don't know.
Well, castles must be played, I think,
Yeah,
because I
castles.
mean,
And if he does this, I can just go here then.
let's go back here. Although I
Or
still think black has some sort of compensation, but
yeah, yeah. Of course, he has. My queen is kind of out of play, right?
yeah,
Um,
and central control and
yeah,
pretty okay. So
central pawns. Yeah. My
Yeah.
pieces are a bit awkward. So
But still okay. Even after bishop g6, e4. Now, why not castle now?
bishop g6, e4. Well, I didn't castle here because after castles, check, and then here, I thought my bishop was really short of squares. I didn't even see that you could play this. That's what the engine said.
Exactly. Yeah. The only move, more or less.
I didn't see it. I honestly just I was blind to it. So that's why I thought I couldn't castle. I mean, that's a really weird move to see, isn't it?
Yeah, it is very weird move to see. Yeah,
And what
definitely.
now?
But it is the only move, so you must see it. I mean, it's
Okay.
like no choice. Okay, the bishop is attacked. Where can it go? And then you find h7, the only place to go, so you put it there.
It's funny how human perception works because I honestly, like, that square could have been on Mars. I just didn't see it. Didn't see it. Didn't see it.
Yeah, it's an odd square for a bishop. I mean, unless it's some sacrifice. Yeah.
And it's blocking my queen. Yeah. And
Yes, all that. Yeah, that's
so yeah, apparently this line is okay, and I'm guessing it's because if I move the knight from d2, then the knight from f4 goes, and then maybe I can get my bishop back.
true. Yeah, then you can untangle. Yeah.
But yeah, so I didn't see that, and I calculated. What else did I look at? I mean, I looked at castles, and I looked at I looked at b3 because I thought getting my bishop onto a3 is good. And I obviously saw that after b3, knight c2 check. I thought it's okay to play what I did.
But so okay, let me clarify this. Okay, you went for bishop g6 with this b3 idea in mind. Bishop a3. Yeah. And how does that? But did you compare, let's say, bishop g6 to castle and move 14?
Bishop takes on g6 to castles.
Yes.
Briefly.
And you went for this in favor of castling?
Maybe I didn't compare it enough. Maybe I got greedy and just grabbed the pawn.
Yeah. No, but it's not about the pawn. I mean, you're taking a pawn, but you're losing a rook, so it's not like that you're being greedy.
Well, I'm not losing a rook because. Well, am I losing a rook? Because.
Well, I mean, he's taking it for free for now, so.
I mean.
You're king, I mean.
No, because I thought. Okay, so when I calculated this, I thought that after this, I thought I could castle. I didn't see. I missed that my bishop was short of squares, so I thought, okay, he plays e4 and I castle and everything's fine. If I castle and he plays knight here, I just go here and it's okay. So that's what I calculated. I just didn't see.
Yeah. Okay, I see. Okay, because some sort of ruptured logic here.
Right. Yeah. So I miscalculated that he had knight f4 and so attacked my bishop, and I didn't see this. So that was a mistake in the calculation, but. Yeah, I calculated a lot of lines with b3 for like.
Okay. So I see. Okay. Otherwise, I mean, then for example, had you seen knight f4 and evaluated it as bad for you, you would have probably gone castle on move 14.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Okay, that's the logical. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but I didn't. So then here I figured b3 is the best continuation for me.
Okay. Fine. So okay, let's see. I mean, now it gets really messy because your king is now not safe anymore, and neither is his, and then it gets really crazy.
Yeah. I mean, I thought I would be able to win the knight and I'd be material up, but eventually it transpired that he had a way to defend the knight. So because I mean, his king looks much more unsafe than mine here, you know.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not really clear because okay, his king is it's in the center, but a lot of pieces around it, so and also the pawns, so it's not easy to get to. So although, well, I'm not sure if now, for example, what happens if you give this check.
Which check? Yeah, I calculated some of those lines. I mean, didn't really seem like. I mean, I did it later anyway.
No, but later, not later, because now maybe you use the fact that the bishop is here, maybe comes back to b2 or something. So now the only move is this one, I suppose, yeah. And now, I mean, I don't know. It looks very tempting to give some mate. I don't know, maybe this knight f3 or, well, I don't know, maybe f4. This is getting really tempting. You know, having this king there.
I mean, knight f3. Yeah, knight f3 looks good. What's he doing?
Well, he's taking, and then if you.
Oh yeah, then I think I calculated that, and then he has knight e4. Unfortunately, yeah.
He has knight e4, yeah. So maybe f4. I don't know. With similar ideas. So now he can't take because it's a mate. That would have been nice. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So if he goes to d4, well, I don't know if we can get funky with queen e3 or queen c3, but it definitely looks tempting. Although probably doesn't work.
Which position are you looking at here? If he goes, here, yeah.
Yeah, well, king d4 or ef3. These are the options we should check. I mean, this is just like a very interesting position to look at.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. This queen e3, queen c3 is just sacrificing stuff, but
I mean, I guess the pawn would block me. Never mind.
no, maybe I mean, look, this is just a crazy position. So I mean,
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
and I mean, it is not enough time to calculate all those variations in 30 minutes without increment.
No, but okay, how much time do you have left here?
PGN I sent
My
you
move.
has time left, but approximately, I don't know, 12 minutes.
No, but for 12, look, I mean, this is a practical thing to know. You should invest like a considerable amount of time in situations where you know that the fate of the game is decided.
Mm-hmm.
So here, for example, it pays off to invest like even 10 minutes out of those 12 and calculate it, because if it's a mate, then time doesn't matter.
I looked at some of this. I think I looked at some of these lines, but I didn't really see a mate, so I just went for taking the bishop, and I was.
So here I would be tempted to calculate really. I mean, for a longer period of time, because it's really if it works, it's game over.
Yeah, of course.
So it just.
But once you start seeing that it's unclear, I mean, and that there is no mate, then.
No, this is such a strange situation. I mean, I would like this is like.
Right, but you have to. If you can't find a mate after X minutes, you have to be practical, right? Because
Yes,
if you
exactly.
keep going, then you're gonna lose on time because there's no increment.
Yes, that I agree.
Which is why I just thought if I'm taking that bishop, I'm winning, because I think I miscalculated again. I thought I would get. I thought I would get that knight on a1. I thought I would win it. Which doesn't happen because, unfortunately, bishop takes on f8. Oh wait, so I mean, if you do, let's say queen takes, bishop takes, like this, you have to move this bishop again, and then he just plays here, and the knight goes out. So.
Oh, okay, but this is still not the end of the world. Maybe you can just take another pawn.
Yeah, maybe you could take the pawn.
No, I'm not sure. Not sure, because rook g8 and then.
Oh yeah, rook
g8. No, to g8 probably, and then my idea was to rook g8. Okay, take on f6, but the thing is that the bishop is now kind of short of squares, and he takes on g2.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not that clear. Although let's get funky again. I don't know. Something like this. So now you want to take the knight, so he should probably go something like that. Yeah. It's like 3 pawns. The knight is coming out. Crazy stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so this kind of complications, they're just, I think you need a lot more time.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, definitely agree with that.
And
so you took with the bishop, and then again it's still.
I took with the bishop because I thought I'd get queen to h3 check, and then I move the bishop back, and hopefully I get a knight. That was my idea.
Okay.
But yeah, he played king e5. Queen takes on g7.
Just a second. Why not be? Okay, king e5. Okay, fine. It's the same if you take with the bishop, is it? I don't know,
Well,
here.
then he can take my queen, right? I thought didn't really want him to take my queen.
Well, either now or checking on g4. So okay, takes, check, f3.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now what does he do? Takes the bishop, maybe you take the bishop, it takes there. Okay, still not really clear.
No, yeah, and I mean, he might have more chances here. And I think something like this happened in the game anyway.
But here, I don't know if you can still
I just thought
the king somehow.
Yeah, I mean, I thought that's why I kept my queen. I thought if my queen's still on the board, I have more chances of making something happen.
Okay.
And especially with being low on time, you know, I think that's why.
Let's see what. Okay, fine. Let's see. So he took with the queen. He gave check. F3. He took there. Okay. And now still the same stuff here. If you exchange queens, take on g4, takes on g4.
Mm-hmm.
Knight f2 is threatened. not as easy.
No, so I tried to keep my queen, and I gave a few
Okay, so
weird,
check on
weird
G7.
checks.
Okay.
And yeah, I mean, unfortunately, I thought he couldn't play queen d6 because I thought I have f4, and
It was black, right?
it's pinned. It's pinned. It's illegal.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Anyway, it's unfortunately.
So yeah, so I just gave a few more checks.
Okay, so queen c7, queen d6. Still looks very promising for white, but somehow, I don't know, somehow. Okay, let's see, queen c7, queen d6,
Queen c7. Are you? Oh, okay. Queen d6. Okay.
queen d6, and now, let's see. Um,
I think I was pretty long time at this point. I would say 5 minutes to 15.
okay, this check.
So I played queen c3. I mean, when you're moving the board, I can't see you moving the board. I don't think.
Okay, so you move the piece.
Okay, so queen c3 check, king e6, and then I took on g4.
He took as well.
Yeah, he took on g4, and then I played king e2 just to stop
Just a second, okay. Can you wait? Okay, yeah. What about something like queen h3 or something?
I looked at it briefly. I think, yeah, my calculation as I went down on time was getting worse and worse. So,
That's typical.
but I also wanted to make sure I get the knight on a1, so I figured, I don't know. Maybe queen to h3 is better, but I think we still have.
I'm not sure. I'm just looking at it as an option. I mean,
it's
always vital to see options.
Yeah, I think we still have the problem that it's been tactical position after tactical position after tactical position. So there's just a lot of calculation to be done.
Yes.
Yeah, and at some point when you're running low on time, you just try and play the most simple, good move you see, just because. Yeah.
I mean, my point with queen h3 is to get to the king. You know, always like you know when he has a let's say a weak or exposed or king. You know.
Yeah.
The idea is almost always to get to it. So that's why the queen h3 came to my mind, and you just want to take it and the rook to include the rook in the attack via f1 and everything. So let the knight on a1 rot. I mean, you pick it up at a later stage if necessary.
Okay.
So because I can't see. Well, okay, maybe queen h3, if you can move it, yeah. Queen h3, he can't just allow that knight to be taken, so he probably should go something like
queen to f4, yeah.
And then rook f1 was my idea.
Mm-hmm.
And so where he goes, I mean, it looks kind of. When he goes to g5, bishop f5, and you pick up the knight, so it just.
Yeah. It's more active. It's definitely more active than what I did, and I think that was part of my problem because my rook on a1 was out of the game.
Yeah, you were too concentrated. I think on that knight on a1 looked like a kind of magnetic, influence on you just to take it. You just as soon as possible. But in fact, everything evolves around the king. So this was like kind of understanding the more or less the priorities in this position. Okay, yeah, the knight on a1 is the material. Yeah, fine, but the king is more important, and the king is under attack. So you just go. You have a choice, like taking the one on a1 or the one on g4. Which one would you prefer?
Yeah, the one on g4.
The one on g4, yeah, because it's more active. The one on a1 is not doing anything. So that's why I think maybe queen h3 should have looks like decisive at this point. So I don't know. I mean, you just pick up the knight because you can't defend queen f4, rook f1, and then bishop f5 comes next. So I don't know what he can do to prevent it. So kind of looks kind of straightforwardly winning. So not sure.
Yeah, no, I agree. That looks better, definitely. And at least I saw it briefly. I mean, I think with more time, I would have gone for that.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, I mean, I'm not sure if the moves are too interesting now because it's just under time pressure. And yeah, I mean, I don't like that he can check me on f2 here, but it is what it is. And I decided to try and trade queens here, but I didn't see that he would win my bishop while doing that, so that's unfortunate.
Just a second, okay. Let's move back, please. Okay, move the queen f4 also. Not sure if he can maybe go queen h2 instead of queen f4. And I'll just move backwards.
Oh, he would go queen h2, okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah, it looks dangerous.
Yeah, I mean, he threatens mate, so what to do? Maybe you have a perpetual at least, hopefully, but still, I mean, your pieces are now look all like scattered and away, so...
Well, I can win the knight, can I?
No, No, queen g1 is a mate always. So even if you win,
Oh yeah, Queen G1.
yeah, so it's always mate. So you can't win anything like material.
Yeah.
So it was kind of dangerous, at least.
Yeah.
I don't like the look of it. So maybe it was for that reason, and maybe it was better to put the king on d1 instead of e1, so you can escape via c2.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that was maybe better.
Yeah.
Not sure. Again, it's such a messy position.
Yeah,
so
I think it's really not worth analyzing this because I'm sure there's tons of mistakes. Just
probably, yeah.
Blitzing out moves here.
Banging out, yeah.
I think the next interesting moment is, I mean, okay, I lost a piece, so it's basically supposed to be equal, but I have less than a minute, and I think his center pawns are better than my pawns. I think here, so I think he's probably better. He's got more
because they're far more advanced.
Yeah, more active pieces and everything, but and I blunder a pawn here, so it's not pretty. but fortunately,
which move is it? Sorry, because I can't see the pieces moving.
Okay, so I'm on 32, king to e2.
Okay, d4 he went, yeah.
So I blunder a pawn, yeah, and he went d4. His pawns are advancing, but I mean, I think he blundered his knight here, so I thought that was when he let me back in the game.
Probably, yeah.
He let me back in the game, but his pawns are still dangerous. My king has no squares. I mean, after this, if I take the knight, it's mate. So.
Yeah.
Wait, no, it's not mate. If I save my knight, it's mate. So I'm on 35, king f5.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. So. I have to.
You must give the knight back.
Yeah, I must give the knight back. So I did, and now we have 37. King takes on d2.
Is a horrible howler, yeah.
Wait, what's a horrible?
27 king e4. Just
37 king e4. Yeah, and I within 30 seconds, I mean, I immediately saw that king to g4 should be winning for me. So.
Yes.
So I was pretty proud of that moment, and I thought this was a good instructional moment that in the endgame you can just throw it all away, can't you?
Yeah, of course, yeah. Especially with so little time, where you just try to physically make the move and then not even bother about the quality of it. So it's kind of, at least even under such let's say conditions, you kind of saw, I suppose, that this pawn endgame is winning. So
yeah. I mean, he had like 12 minutes, so he definitely had the time to just slow down.
He had the time.
He had time. I didn't have time.
Okay.
I had 30 seconds. He had like 10 minutes. So, I mean, after this, I think it's definitely winning for white.
After this, it's game over. Of course, it's finished. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I mean.
Yeah. So, but a crazy game, really crazy game. I think for you, probably it's useful to realize that you kind of misevaluated the priorities, in a sense that you should have gone after the king, not after the knight.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think this would have been at least instructive to a certain degree.
Yeah. Better attacking instincts then.
Yeah. Maybe too. Well, yeah, maybe too. That too.
Yeah. And maybe another lesson is don't go for tactical positions because there's not enough time.
Well, no, I mean, you can't. I mean, no, look, I mean, generally, okay, yeah, you may lose a game or two, but going for tactical positions improves your tactical vision, calculation, and everything. So you're getting basically the most intense training, because there's no more intense training than the actual game. So you get to play an actual game with a lot of tactical stuff going on, calculations and everything.
Yeah.
But this is actually improving your overall game.
Yeah.
So don't go for don't avoid tactical position just for the sake of like time or something. I mean, okay, if your ultimate goal is to improve, then it's fine to sacrifice maybe a game or two, maybe even lose one or two. Yeah, I mean, here you even won, so there's no guarantee that you will lose. But you will accept the risk that you may lose, but then with the higher aim of improving your game.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, so the best
makes sense.
Yeah, the best thing that you get out of it is like calculation training then.
Yes, definitely. Calculation and also ability training, like to be able to find these moves under pressure and tension and in, let's say, semi-tournament conditions. Yeah, because so it's kind of very useful.
Yeah.
So actually, my advice would be to go for tactical positions and this kind of crazy stuff, because it will help your overall game. Yeah, no, I mean, in Soviet time.
So why am I learning the Queen's Gambit decline then? That's a very solid positional opening.
Yeah, well, you You should see that game Sunya Nieto against Kasparov. It was in the Queen's Gambit decline.
Uh-huh.
Or maybe it was actually the Tarrasch, but still a Queen's Gambit, yeah?
Yeah.
And you should see what Kasparov did in that game. So, I mean, things can happen in the Queen's Gambit decline. I mean, it's not that, I mean, it doesn't depend so much on the opening. It depends more on the subsequent play, you know, and the willingness of the players.
Okay.
So it's more about the players rather than the openings. But
How about I keep playing positional chess until 2200 and then I think about going crazy with tactical chess?
I don't know if it works like that, but okay, you can try. You can try. I'm not sure. I mean, every player's path is different, so
Yeah.
you can't really know. For example, let me give you an example. Okay, Korchnoi was I think was a world championship candidate by like late 60s or something, perhaps a top 5 player and everything. And then at some point he realized that he was playing badly in certain types of positions. I don't remember which one. I think probably positions with an initiative or something. So he deliberately changed his style and started playing in a different manner in order to develop that part of his style, or rather the deficiency of his style.
Okay.
So he even accepted that his results may decrease,
Yeah.
but he did it with the ulterior motive of actually improving his overall chess strength and becoming a better chess player generally.
Sounds good.
So
Yeah.
I mean, he was like, I don't know what he was like, age of like 40 at the time or something. So I mean, and he was like top 5 player. So I mean, every player's path is different. So
No, sounds good. I mean,
no,
yeah. I mean,
nobody can decide for you. I mean, you should think these things through
of course.
yourself, and then decide for yourself how you want to make it, how you want to do it.
Sounds good. I'll just, I don't know, keep going and see what happens.
Yeah, of course. No. You stay true to yourself. You think what you should do to improve your game, and then just do it. So I'm just giving you, examples and options.
No, I think I don't mind all those tactical combinations and stuff, but maybe when you have more time, yeah. So on a proper over the board game, when you actually have 90 minutes plus increments, and you can spend 15-20 minutes on a position calculating 10 different variations, then yeah, I agree. I don't mind, but when you're so short on time, it's just...
No, when you're short of time, it's just a mess. But
Yeah.
But even then, practicing like this, even so, when you get enough practice, even when you get short of time in the future, you will do it in a much better way, in a much more controlled way.
Of course,
Your,
yeah.
your calculations will be of higher quality, even when short of time. So it's still beneficial.
Yeah, I agree. Cool. So shall we take a look at the next game?
Yeah. Let's take a look
Alright.
at it. So shall I load it or you load it?
You load it, see if we can actually
Okay.
move the board. Okay.
Okay.